I am Reverend Father Stephen Ansamensa. I welcome you to another segment on Factor Number GH. Valentine's Day versus Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday marks the beginning of the Lenten season, a significant 40-day season observed by Catholics as a period of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. This year, as the year 2018, Ash Wednesday falls on 14 February, a day globally celebrated as Valentine's Day. Like tournaments, Ash Wednesday versus Valentine's Day, which of the celebration wins the day? As these two celebrations coincide, the observation of Ash Wednesday is rooted in biblical traditions. In the Old Testament, ashes symbolize penance and mourning, and in the New Testament, Jesus fasted for 40 days before beginning his ministry. Today, in the Roman Catholic Church, the ashes are applied in the shape of a cross on the forehead of each worshipper. These ashes are made from burning the palms used in previous year's Palm Sunday service. Receiving ashes is not a sacrament, and anyone who wishes to receive them may do so. On the other hand, Saint Valentine remains the patron saint of lovers, and the feast day in his honor is no longer on the Catholic Church's calendar. The celebration of love and lovers remained widely popular on Valentine's Day. The confusion over its origin led the Catholic Church in 1969 to drop the Valentine's Day from the Roman Catholic calendar. Widely Catholic feasts, those highly sought after days, are reserved for saints with more clear historical records. After all, the saints are real individuals for us to imitate. So what happens on these days? What do people do? And what ought to take place on these days? It is normal day like any other day. It just has two different occasions which have to be observed appropriately. Ash Wednesday is mandatory for Catholic Christians, while Valentine's Day is a feast not on the official Catholic calendar, but celebrated by some Catholics. It must be noted that it has acclaimed for itself the universal recognition as a celebration of love. On Ash Wednesday, people attend Holy Mass as an obligation to begin the season of Lent. On this day, people receive ashes either at masses or outside Mass. The act of putting on ashes symbolizes our fragility and mortality, as well as our need to be redeemed by the mercy of God. Often, Valentine's Day is about the expression of love in its entirety. Unfortunately, the secular world has had its misconception as to its celebration by incorporating it with mundane practices under the pretense of real love through gifts and money. Ash Wednesday begins the Lenten season. We begin the preparation for celebrating the Lord's resurrection at Easter. During this period, believers engage in various practices to seek the Lord in prayer, demonstrate acts of charity through almsgiving, and exercise self-discipline through fasting. It is not merely about abstaining from worldly pleasures, but rather about undergoing an inner conversion of the heart, striving to follow Christ's will more faithfully. On Valentine's Day, we ought to show authentic love, unconditional love, free from selfish and carnal vices, a love that replicates the sacrifices of our Lord Jesus Christ, which was lived by Saint Valentine, of whom this day is celebrated. With this brief elaboration on these two celebrations, what then is your assessment? Ash Wednesday versus Valentine's Day. Which of the celebrations wins the day?